hear me?
I can hear you.
Unfortunately, yes.
All the members?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. It being 7 p.m., I'm gonna open the Halifax Conservation Commission meeting for March 25th, 2025. I want to announce that the meeting is being recorded by...
Recording in progress.
I'm sorry. It says in progress. Should I start over, Caesar?
Yes, that over. Yeah.
It being 7 p.m., I'm going to open up the Town Halifax Conservation Commission meeting for March 25th, 2025. I need to make some announcements. First announcement is going to be that this meeting is going to be recorded by Area 58 and can be viewed on YouTube. Second notice is that since I am not there, this being a Zoom meeting, all votes are going to be by roll call. All members are present: Kathy Evans, John Mew, Ed Lane, Paul Bissett, and Caitlin. Everybody's here to be.
Yes.
Can I didn't hear anybody, but...
Yes, we're all here.
Yep, we all hear you, yep.
First order of business is 01 Pond Street, map 95, lot 10. It's a notice of intent for DEP SE number 1710586. If my memory is correct, this is the order of conditions, which I believe Caitlin has prepared, and I'm hoping that everyone has had the opportunity to review those.
Yes, I did. I watched it on YouTube.
Yes, I watched it also. I need to do it.
Put it right here.
Kathy, I couldn't really hear you. You might have to talk into the mic.
I watched the video. I watched the meeting on YouTube, and I reviewed the order of conditions.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I watched the meeting on YouTube, and I read the order of conditions.
Okay, so this notice of intent, the reason that we have not approved the special order of conditions is we're waiting for the stormwater management. So I think everybody was present there. If everybody has reviewed the orders, I'd be looking forward to orders.
Yeah. Yes,
Make a motion to take a vote on the special order of conditions for 01 Ponce Street.
I second.
Okay, since this being a roll call vote, Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
yes.
John,
Yes.
Bob,
Abstain.
Alan, yes. Okay. Next order of business is the 01 Ponce Street, map 95, lot 10, stormwater management. We discussed that last week and we closed the hearing. I'm going to ask that, Kathy, did you review the meeting for the 01 Ponce on stormwater management?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Ed, did you have a chance to review that?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so based on the Mullen ruling, are you both willing to participate in the vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Having said that, is there any questions or comments on any of the content of the meeting? My recollection is correct, Grady made a presentation where all the stormwater was going. If any of the members that weren't there, that you to take, have any questions or comments, we can take them now.
I have no questions.
No questions.
Seeing nothing, I'd be looking for a motion to approve the stormwater management order of conditions and special order of conditions on map 95, lot 10, 01 Ponce Street.
I'll make a motion to take a vote on the 01 Ponce Street stormwater management order of conditions and special order of conditions.
I second. Second.
Okay. Having a motion in a second, any discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, then I'll move to a roll call vote. Kathy?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Paul?
Abstain.
Paul, 01 Quonset Street, you're abstaining from this one?
Yes.
Okay. Alan, yes. So we have a 4-0-1. Okay, next item on our agenda is 111 River Street, DEP number SE1710584. The hearing was held, the hearing was closed, an amended order of conditions and a special order of conditions were prepared by Ecosystems. So I am looking, if anybody has any questions or concerns on those, let me know now. If not, we'll be going for a vote on that.
No questions.
Seeing none, I'm looking for a motion to approve the amended order of conditions and special order of conditions.
I make a motion to approve the order conditions and special order conditions for 111 River.
Yeah, nice second.
Okay. Any discussion?
No.
Hearing none. Kathy?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ed?
Yes.
Okay. John?
Yes.
Okay. Alan, yes. That's 5-0. Next item on our agenda is...
Just make sure those go down so they can sign.
It's a notice of intent continuing hearing, DEP following under SC1710589. We had some discussion on that last week, and I hope you folks reviewed that tape. And a new plan was submitted. Is the engineer for that company here?
He is.
Okay, can you come to the mic?
Carl Devonish, Halifax engineer.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to lift it up and talk right into it so I can hear you.
Good luck. There you go. That's why I don't do stand-up comedy, because I can't word those things.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just want to bring... Fucking Adam.
I'm trying to share my screen, Alan, so you could also see the plans. That's what's
Okay.
happening.
Just so that the board's aware, the applicant's engineer submitted a new plan, and I believe that new plan went out to everybody. So I'm going to let the engineer take it from there.
As I said, Kyle Devonish, Halifax engineering.
Okay.
Excuse me.
But just going to need you to talk a little louder so I can hear you.
Okay. So we made revisions to the plan for the meeting 2 weeks ago, I believe it was. I believe it was 11th. We proposed, I have a board.
Can you see that, Alan?
No, I'm still having a hard time.
Gotcha. It says I'm sharing.
Can you, is this better? I'll enunciate a little more.
There.
Okay, sorry. So we had proposed previously a gazebo and removing the existing pine tree within the 50-foot no activity buffer. We have removed that from the plan completely. After speaking with the client, the gazebo wasn't a main focus. And then just to limit work near the resource area, the tree will remain. I don't know how, I'm not an arborist or anything like that, but I don't know how it's going to do, but it's going to remain as of now. We made some revisions to some details, including some spot grades and elevations on the retaining walls. We proposed precast concrete footings underneath the deck. I believe it's a total of 32 or 32, sorry. Just because it's a second story deck, we want to make sure that those are well handled. We added spot grades and the proposed patio elevation of 59 where it's labeled, but it does slope down from the revised parking area, so it's about a 3% slope down towards to the west. And then any of that runoff would be hitting a landscaped, it would be grassed area prior to downfall towards the pond, excuse me, which with the underlying soil conditions, which are very sandy, as we found in our test pit, we expect that any stormwater there to be absorbed into the soil. Just a note that area was included as impervious area in our drainage calculations as well. We have revised through this commission's comments and discussion with the stormwater review engineer, PGB Engineering. The outlet from the landscape infiltration area to the underground chambers, we had initially proposed a 12-inch pipe. There's concern about tying that into the chambers. We have revised that to show 2 8-inch, and those are HDPE pipes able to handle H20 loading. After discussion with Pat Brennan from PGB, 1 would be sufficient, but we did 2 to spread the flow out into the chambers. We did reach out to Natural Heritage, NHESP, and I forwarded along an email from their office saying that we were not in their boundary. I think that was the major points. Hopefully I can ask any questions you may have, or answer any questions you may have.
Does the board have any questions at this point? Any of the members?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you for removing the gazebo and keeping the tree there.
Yeah.
It looks big.
Did John say something? I couldn't hear.
I did, Alan, I'm sorry. I thanked him for removing the gazebo from the plans and adding, and keeping the tree there as well.
I did, you know, at the last meeting, just so everybody knows, we had discussed the gazebo, we had discussed the National Heritage. They have complied with the footings that I felt as though the commission needed. The plan seems to be in pretty good shape. The only question I have is, and I had some discussions with the owner, was tree removal. So maybe the engineer can kind of address that. There's nothing on this plan that shows any tree removal within the buffer zone. Is that correct?
To my knowledge, I know that there was planned to be some limb cleanup along the property lines because there's proposed fences, or there are existing fences that are proposed to be changed to vinyl. As far as I know, for tree removal itself, to the extent I know, it was brush cleanup along the property line.
Okay, did you say you're going to be doing some tree pruning?
Along the property line, yeah, brush along for the fence along each property line on the sides.
Okay. Any commission members have any questions or concerns on that, on any the tree pruning? It's not part of the nose of the tent. So I think that my recommendation would be that no trees come down within the Halifax buffer zone, you know, without either revised plan or at least some sort of decision made by the agent that that particular tree needs to come down. Those are my only thoughts. You know, I think they've complied with what I think we've asked them to do. So if any other commission members have any questions, we'll discuss that. If not, I'll open it up to the audience if there's someone out there.
We have no questions, Alan. Nobody
Chair, I do have one question. So
Hold on. Who's speaking? And you need to go to the mic.
it's Caitlin, the agent. Sorry.
No, all I can see is the plan.
No, I know. I'm doing my best to be as loud as I can. So in the comments we got back from you,
Just talk loudly, the mic's the webcam.
I see. Okay, gotcha. So on the last page, regarding the NHESP, I believe we received this on March 17th in the office, and you said the response was, although no work is proposed within the estimated habitat or priority habitat as stated in Ecosystem Solutions Review Letter dated February 13th, 2025, we have reached out to the Division of Fisheries and Wildlife for their confirmation. At this time, we have not received any comment back. So do you have that letter from them? Because they'll provide you with a letter saying
So
you
I don't
know.
have a letter, I just have an email from them saying that it was
Okay.
within and it didn't need to be, and which I forwarded along.
Gotcha, okay. Do you mind if I just take a look at it?
Didn't have this one.
Because sorry,
And it came in- Sorry.
no, that's okay.
That actually came in, I think our office dropped the revised plans and.
Okay, gotcha. I did see this email. I just want to know if you got a letter or not, because
We didn't get
typically,
a
okay, gotcha. All right, yep. So I saw that. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yep, and of course that came in, I think, an hour or two before, after we had submitted. it.
Gotcha, okay, understood. All right. Anybody else?
Anybody in the audience that has any questions or comments?
We have no audience right now.
Oh, you don't have an audience.
Tonight, Alan.
He's our only guest tonight, Alan.
I will not ask any questions.
Based on a submission, and I did read the letter from National Heritage. They didn't do a formal letter because they said it's not in jurisdiction. But the reason I asked for that is when I read the ecosystems review, they checked the box that it was in the National Heritage area. And I didn't see the little asterisk down there about it was within it, but this project was not included in it. So National Heritage just sent an email versus the letter.
Okay, I see. Gotcha.
In my initial review of that letter, that also caught my eye, that it was
Just
checked
back
off.
a little bit.
In my initial review of Ecosystem Solutions letter, that also caught my eye, that it was checked off, even though we were not proposing any work within it, and then I went ahead and read the footnote. So it threw up a flag for me as well.
Okay, if everyone seems to be comfortable with the plan as it is, then I would be looking for a motion to close the hearing on 591 Ponce Street.
I'll put a motion that we close the hearing.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Just one second. All in favor? I'm gonna start with Kathy.
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Alan, yes, 5-0. Now, the hearing is closed. Does any of the commission members have any specific conditions they want to put on this particular project?
No.
No.
No, we covered pretty much.
I didn't hear anything. Okay, do you mind taking the screen off? I can probably see people then.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Perfect.
Okay, that's better. I am okay with the plan. The only question is the tree business, if there's going to be any trees. I would like to see in the order of conditions if there's going to be any tree pruning or removal within the 100-foot buffer zone, that any change like that, okay, that decision would be brought back to the office and we can allow that the agent make a decision as to whether or not they would need the file. There's no trees on the plan yet, and speaking with the owner, he said some trees, so does the engineer have a problem with that?
No, that seems completely reasonable.
All right. Okay, so if nobody has any questions or concerns, I'd be looking for a vote to issue an order of conditions and a special order of conditions for 591 Ponce Street.
Make a motion to issue order conditions and special order conditions for 590 Mount Ponce.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I'm going to go to a roll call vote. Kathy?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Alan, yes. Caitlin, I would like to have you just add in on the special conditions any changes or any tree removal, pruning. They're going to have to bring it to your attention and you can either approve it or disapprove it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay? Very good. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have an informal question, if it doesn't mess you guys up too much, since no one's here. The stormwater management permit, we submitted that along with the NOI originally.
Yeah, so
How does the scheduling of that work?
Unfortunately, I'll answer that question for you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that did not get on the agenda. But what I will do is, on the stormwater management, we have to make a determination that the application is complete.
Yep.
Based on this, I think we're comfortable enough. I have not received any comments from any departments, highway, police, or fire, the Board of Health. So I can add that to the next meeting. At that point, we'll make a determination that the application is complete, and we will schedule a hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Next order of business, 21 Richfield Avenue. Notice of intent, DC number SC 1710590, order of conditions and special order of conditions. I think I looked at this one. Caitlin, did I send you something on this one this morning?
You did.
Okay, so you can just make those edits?
Yes, I did do that already.
Small edits that need to be added.
Is that still floating
And
around somewhere?
I believe we should be all set with that unless something's changed.
Yeah, we should be good. Orders and specials are all written up, and I addressed your comments, so we should be good to go.
Okay, good. So I'd be looking for a motion to approve the order conditions and the special order conditions for 21 Richfield Avenue.
I'll make a motion to accept the order conditions and special order conditions for 21 Richview Ave.
Okay, do I have a second?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. No reason for discussion. Go to the vote. Kathy?
That's what I do.
You can,
Yes.
Okay, Ed?
yes.
Okay, John?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Alan, yes. Okay. The next order of business is 20 Ridge Road, DEP file number SE 1710591, order conditions and special order conditions. Caitlin, I don't know if I saw that one.
I did send it out to all members. I don't know if you got a chance to read it or not.
Okay. Did you send it out recently?
I believe Friday last week,
Okay. You might have sent it to my town email.
possibly.
Yeah, that was-
Yeah, if you did, then I wouldn't have got it.
Got it.
So, I'm hoping that everybody read that. Is there anything unusual about 20 days?
No?
Hey, anything unusual with 20 days?
Nope.
Okay, so I would be looking for a vote to approve the order conditions, special order conditions for 20 Ridge Road. You look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to vote on 20 Ridge Road, order of conditions, special order of conditions.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? I'll go to a roll call vote. Kathy?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Alan, yes. All right. Good. Discussion items? 35 White Island Road. I know that they were in a week or so ago. Caitlin, I don't know if you have an update on that.
Yeah, I can fill everybody in on that. So I actually talked with the owner today. I checked in to see if the trees came down, and they have. So that was done. And I know the legal ad for this is supposed to post for April 8th.
Okay. Have you guys approved the legal ad?
Yes.
So there's no way to make a change in it, right?
No.
Okay. We're gonna have to make that an after the fact. I think we might be able to do that at the hearing. Maybe you can check.
Okay.
And, it's just a formality.
Yep.
So we'll hold the hearing and then maybe make an announcement at the after the fact. And would you go out and take a peek, before we have the hearing?
Yes.
Okay, very good. 340 Plymouth Street, I don't have any updates on that. I know Highway was working on getting the asphalt done, but I'm not sure where they're at with that. Caitlin, 615 on Quonset Street, have we heard from that gentleman?
Yeah, he gave me a call last week, and he said that Joe Webby would be submitting plans to us. So I connected with him today, and I said, as of right now, he hasn't submitted everything, but Joe Webby is initiating an NOI for what they're proposing on that property.
Okay, good. So we should just continue this. He's doing something, so.
Yep.
22 Beechwood Road, they were supposed to provide us with some sort of a plan.
They have. So, Alan, I actually scanned it in because he had dropped it off and Peggy got it. So I scanned it in so I could share my screen for you so you can see it.
Sure.
So let me get that up for you, and then I'll pass around. Beechwood, here it is.
5 years ago, sorry.
Oh, let me zoom way, zoom
Clicking.
way out. All right. So here we have the 7 trees. At the bottom it says a combination of holly trees and red maples are proposed to be the replacement for what was cut down. If you guys, the plans are
I
in
see the
there.
legend that says 123 by 46. Any idea what that means?
I'm not sure.
Is that the previous trees? Legend?
Maybe it's the,
You know what that, it must be the measurement where the tree's gonna go? Because I'm looking at the 22 Beechwood, the one corner is 1X, and then the shed says 2X. So it looks like a measuring point. Caitlin, you and I were out there. I don't see a problem in replacing them. The only thing is, they give you any indication of caliper of the tree? What size are they gonna?
they did not provide a size, so I can, I'm happy to reach out and see if I can get more detail.
That's the original tree.
Okay.
It's better than
Does the commission prefer to use a caliper size for this, which is just a ball, or you want to go with some sort of a height? I don't know personally if it makes much difference. Caitlin can probably better answer that.
I don't really know that it makes much of a difference.
Okay. Caitlin, I'm comfortable. You can make the decision whether you want to go caliper size, which they should provide. Other than that, I'm okay with the process. We don't have an enforcement order or anything issued, but I think when we respond to them that these trees aren't going to be planted by hand, no equipment at all.
Yep.
And then just have them provide us with a caliper size.
Gotcha.
Caliper size or height, whichever you're more comfortable with.
Sounds good.
And I would think at this point, once they're in compliance, you might, if you want to do an inspection in 6 months.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay. All right. Street acceptance memo, Bourne Drive, Danson Lane, Christian Street Lane, Perrin Road, and Rogers Way. I asked them to put on the agenda because at our last meeting, reviewing the selectmen's meeting schedule, I noticed that Bourne Drive and Danson Lane were on for acceptance. And 6 or 8 months ago, the office got an inquiry about an outstanding notice of intent. So what I did, and I was working with the selectman's office, is they went out the highway and looked at Bourne Drive and Danson Lane. And I also did the research on the order of conditions conditions that were issued about 25 years ago. And I found the confusing part was that the original order of conditions, let me stop for a second. I could never find the notice of intent, but I did find the order of conditions. The original order of conditions was for another map and lot number that used to be part of this subdivision. So it was kind of difficult to trace all the information up. And then we also had a situation where the order of conditions that was issued, the name of the company was spelled wrong. It happened to be Brims Distributing, which was B-R-I-M-S. When our order of conditions was typed, it was typed B-R-I-M-M-S. So that created a little bit of an issue. I did make a recommendation to the selectmen that Bourne and Danson, if the town wants to accept them, fine, but they would need to acquire the property where the retention basin is. That's owned by the original Brims Distributing. So the street itself would now become town property, but all the drainage components would be on private property. So I think there's a hearing tonight on that, so I'm not sure where that's going to go. The other one was Christmas Tree Lane. Just before I left, they had me go out there with highway on that particular one, and we had a similar situation. The streets, the town wants to accept, but the drainage basins are on private property. Christmas Tree Lane is a little more problematic because it eventually drains into Stump Brook. So that is going to need a little more work. I didn't make any recommendations, especially from the commissions. I did this on my own, as to whether or not they should accept it. I don't know that the commission, that the selectman's office has asked for any comments. Then maybe you can let us know if there's something that came in the mail that we should comment on this. I didn't see anything.
So in the office, there was an email just asking different departments if they, like, just to sign off for the approval of the street acceptance.
Okay. So I guess my suggestion is, if they want the commission to sign off, is we can put it on our next agenda. We can see what happens in the meeting tonight. And I'll present all of this information, which I did provide to the selectman's office, if they are looking for a recommendation. I didn't know that they were looking for.
So I don't think from individual boards or commissions themselves, they were just asking the offices, you know, do you have any questions and or comments, which you've obviously brought up in the last meeting.
Okay. So why don't we leave it on for the next meeting? We'll find out what the selectmen want to do about it.
Yep.
I believe, like I say, on Danson and Bourne, I think that the commission could sign off on that order because it's partially incorrect, and I would think it would be completed. I'm not sure who pays for that, but that would be up to the selectman's office. And then Christmas Tree Lane, that is going to require a lot more investigative work by highway. And I did speak with Steve, and he was going to try to get out there last week to do some more work on. So why don't we leave it on, and if they're looking for some sort of opinion from the commission or whatever, we can address it at the next meeting.
Alan, I got a question about the basins. Do we know the conditions of them? Are they working fine and all that? Or they the basins, the runoff for the water?
Yeah, okay.
What's the conditions for them?
Are you talking about Danson and Bourne?
Christmas tree, I think that was the... You can bring up all the streets themselves, see how the runoff, are they functioning properly? Are they cleaned out?
I can tell you that, I'll start with Danson and Bourne. Steve and I went out, we pulled, there's a settling tank in there, we pulled some covers, I measured the accumulation and grid at the bottom. We walked the retention basins. It's got a catch basins that have been cleaned regularly by the town. It's got a 4,000 or 5,000 gallon separator, which is for grit, and then it goes into discharges into a retention basin. Those are dancing, we're in good shape. The only issue there is that the Brims Distributing currently owns that particular lot. Christmas tree, Steve did tell me that their basins have been cleaned, but he had no idea that there was a separator. And that one too has a 4,000 gallon separator. And basically what happens is that water goes into different chambers, settles out, to get all your total suspended solids out of it and any phosphorus before it goes out into the basin. So he needs to look at that. So I'll check with him when I get back. I'll check with him Friday to see how he's making out.
That sounds good.
Little nervous though. But basins have been cleaned in all of these subdivisions to my knowledge.
All right, thank you, Ron.
All right. Okay, on 111 River Street and Wood Street.
Yeah, so Gary Alger has been in contact with me about this one. And this is in the Wing Busters area. So the piles of dirt, you know, it doesn't look like there's anything, you know, in it it's just dirt, you know, no metals or brick or what have you. But so Gary had reached out to me, and he said that will be removed. I guess there was some trenching going on Wood Street because they were trying to repair a culvert, and that's potentially where the dirt came from. And they said they would remove it.
Okay. All right, so if you're comfortable with that, we'll just leave it on until it's been removed.
Yep.
Did you say who cleaned the culverts? Was it his organization or was it the town?
They were working with the town, he said.
I don't think the town was not good. You might want to reach out to Steve Haywood.
Yeah.
We'll leave it on until it gets completely resolved.
Okay.
314 Plymouth Street.
All right.
As far as the enforcement status of the enforcement order.
Yeah, you know, in the previous meeting, we had lifted that enforcement order, and now, you know, with the 3 DEP filing numbers that we had on file, now we've dwindled it down to 1. So that's much more manageable, and, you know, that's really all the update we have as of right now.
Okay. On 314, we spent some time. We still do not have, to my knowledge, a stormwater. Well, they don't have a stormwater permit. Now, I know you reached out to council and you talked to them about the wetlands issues. Should we have him look at what we couldn't find as far as the stormwater?
What do you guys think?
I would like to see
We
these.
don't have.
We should know where the stormwater is.
Yeah.
We found some conditions. We found a review. I personally did not see where the commission ever voted to approve it. So, Caitlin, you spent probably a lot more time on it than I did. What is your feelings?
Yeah, I mean, I think we could reach out to council and see, because this was the one where they filed for stormwater, but it was an NOI?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it'd be worth reaching out and seeing what we can find.
Okay. Is the board comfortable with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We got it on for the enforcement issue, but I'm going to ask for a vote on that because I think for the use of town council, they want votes. He's worked on this before, but what I'd be looking for would be the motion for Caitlin to talk with town council regarding the stormwater management issues on 314 Plymouth Street.
I'll make a motion to have Caitlin talk to town council about 341 Ponce Street.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a roll call. Kathy?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Alan? Yes. Okay, 5-0. No, we have 2. 76 Pratt Street. Caitlin, you can kind of bring us up to date. We had comments the last time. I don't know if we had the ability to reach out to that homeowner.
I did, yeah. So in our previous meeting, the commission approved the restoration plan submitted by the owner. With the exception of the wood chips being used as erosion control, you wanted the jute matting. So I was able to forward that to the owner. And I, since he wasn't there because he was sick, he wasn't at the meeting, I brought him up to speed, said it was approved. However, they want you to use the jute matting, and he said he's happy to do that. He would update me when he has that in place so I can do an inspection.
Okay, good. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just leave that on the agenda until you've seen the work that he's done.
Sounds good.
Anybody has any other comments on that?
No.
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 Good. All right, last item on the agenda is meeting minutes for March 11, 2025. They were very extensive. Has everybody looked at them? Anybody got any comments?
No.
It seems to be fine. I would be looking for a motion to approve the March 11 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to accept the March 11th meeting minutes.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, no need for discussion. I'll go to a vote. Kathy?
I wasn't there, so can I vote on it?
I think you could because you watched it.
I watched
Okay,
it.
so, all right, so Ed,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
If I watched it.
Yes.
Alan, yes. Okay, so that's going to be 4-0-1. Kathy abstains. Okay, is there anything else we need to discuss?
Do we have any bills or anything?
We didn't on this agenda.
Okay.
Nothing.
Good.
I couldn't hear that was a building.
No, I was asking if we had any bills, and they said, Caitlin said no.
No, it doesn't appear.
We do not this week.
No, it
Got lost in the mail.
They'll make up for it next week. All right, it being 7:42, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, before we go to a vote, anything else anybody wants to discuss tonight?
No.
No.
That a no?
No.
You want to a vote? Kathy?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Alan, yes. Thanks very much, folks.
All right, thanks, Al.
Thank you, Alan.
Thanks,
Enjoy your
Alan.
vacation.
Thank you.